President Trump, attacking the Democrats over the wall, tweeted today, "Border control agents want the wall. Democrats say they don't want the wall, even though they know it's really needed, and they don't want ICE. They don't have much to campaign on, do they? An open southern border and large-scale crime that comes with such stupidity." With us now, Sheriff Mark Daniels of Cochise County, Arizona, and James Carafano of the Heritage Foundation. So, James, what do you think of a tweet like that? Is he just rocking the boat, or you think it gets us anywhere?
Well, look, there's two things going on here. One is we could have a rational discussion about what we need for border security, and the other is this partisan debate. And when people say, I want a wall or I don't want a wall, that's just a metaphor for I support Trump or I support the Democrats. It's not about what we actually need to do on border security.
It's interesting. I agree. If we asked this question differently, would you like border security, we'd get a very different answer, wouldn't we?
Absolutely. And you know, we could actually have a productive discussion there. But quite honestly, that's not what Washington wants. Washington wants to have a knockdown partisan debate. Although I got to be fair, I do believe that Trump actually wants to secure the border, and he uses the terms that have motivated his base. But in terms of what needs to be done at the border, I believe if you take the president's rhetoric aside and you look at what the president actually wants to do, it really is about sensible border security.
Sheriff Daniels, what do you feel when you see these sort of antagonistic tweets? Do you feel it helps us achieve the purpose or not?
I don't know if it's helping us achieve the purpose, John, but I will say this. Since President Trump was elected 2 years ago, he's had a clear message to protect the Americans and protect this country. And a wall has been his fundamental way of doing that. Now, as James said, too, and I agree with, if there's 2,000 miles of southern border, which is a crime scene. It's the longest crime scene in this country, where every day you got smuggling going across, you got drugs, all controlled by the transnational organizations, the criminal cartels, and it's not good for America. It's not good for our country with the high drug overdoses, the epidemic in this country. Arizona's leading the charge on deaths in this country, on the opiates. So we have a problem. We need a secure border. I agree with President Trump on that. Call it rhetoric, call it words that offend. Bottom line is this: he's got a message to secure our border.
So, Sheriff, what you're saying is you're all for some type of a physical barrier over some of the other alternatives?
I'm all about, as a resident and a 30-year resident and law enforcement on the border here in Arizona, working with my fellow 31 sheriffs on the southern border, we're all about reasonable measures to secure the southern border. And I think our president is too. The wall's his measure, but the bottom line is different areas of the southern border dictate different measures of security. And this should be apolitical.
James, a president just said that he really thought that Schumer was getting closer to saying yes to the wall, and he felt the issue lied with Pelosi. Do you feel that's where we're going?
Yeah, I'm not an expert on politics. I take the president at his word, but he's right to point out that this is literally a power struggle between him and Pelosi. I think that's very fair. And the president says the wall, but in fairness, if you look at what the administration is doing, they are doing so much more than just trying to put up a couple of miles of wall.
James, thank you, Sheriff, and thank you all for watching.